You're listening to Red Bull Radio.
All right, it's the Federation Sound, Red Bull Radio. I want to welcome Spice to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. I mean, it hasn't been that long since we talked. It was in May for the Red Bull Music Festival. We did that one in front of a live audience.
That was amazing.
It was a very good time.
My favorite interview.
Really?
Yes, it was good.
Thank you so much. I had a really good time. So that was a lot of times I've known people. I know people really well before I interview them, but I had met you in passing many years ago. So it was like a little nerve-wracking, like first time sitting down with you in front of a live audience.
It was good. It was really good.
Good times. Well, it seems like everything's been very quiet and nothing crazy or exciting or interesting has happened on the internet here. Fill me in. What's gone on since then?
There's been a lot happening. I mean, as you know, the Captured mixtape is out. And that's really what I'm pushing right now. 19 songs on Captured. And it's doing extremely well. It hit #1 on the Billboard first week when it came out. So it's doing good. Black Hypocrisy hit #1 on the UK reggae charts on iTunes. So everything is going good for me so far.
Causing all kinds of controversy, all kinds of excitement.
Yes.
All kinds of ruckus. The whole world freaked out when you took all of the pictures off of your Instagram account.
They did.
I mean, you knew people were going to freak out, but did they freak? Was it more even than you kind of really thought people were going to freak out?
It was more than I expected. I mean, at the end of the day, when I posted the picture, I really wanted to have the world's undivided attention, but I never expect it would be like
that undivided.
Yes.
Well, so to explain to people what we're talking about. So, your Instagram, you're up to maybe 2 million followers now, 1.5.
And I'm still at 1.7, going up to
It's very impressive. Still very impressive. Rapidly, soon reach 2 million. But so as we talked about the last time, your Instagram has really been the primary way
definitely.
For you to share music, engage with your fans. Your fans are super active and interactive and engaged with you on there.
Right.
And so then in the lead up to this, as we were just talking about, deleted everything off of the Instagram.
5,000 posts.
Wow.
5,000.
So,
I sat and deleted.
That's really what you need an assistant for.
Yes.
So you deleted everything, and then there's this blank Spice Instagram page.
Everybody wondering what's going on.
So what was that kind of time in there when the calm before the storm, before the mixtape dropped? The Instagram goes blank.
Right. I think that was the time when I was actually putting the mixtape together, preparing everything, and I just took a break. And I was like mostly saying to close friends, this is what I'm going to do. And everybody was like, no, don't do that. I'm going to bash you. I'm going to this, I'm going to that. And I think when I came back out, I fearlessly took that decision and that task because I really wanted to create awareness for colorism. And even thinking about what, the risk was, I did it boldly. And, I really wanted to, create awareness.
Well, I mean, to begin with, you've never been afraid of people talking about you. So I'm sure you were well prepared to withstand the test of whatever anybody might have said about you kind of that interim.
I was. And at the end of the day, when friends would say, oh, people are going to bash you, or they're going to say this, or they're going to say that, I expect that. And that's really what I wanted. Because I wanted when the black community came at me to say, oh, but why would you bleach? And why now all of a sudden you want to look like this person? Or why you want to look white? Or whatever I would say. But when I'm black, you don't appreciate the fact that as a strong black woman, I'm repping for the melanin and I'm doing this for the culture. And, the same ones degrading me. So make up your mind. That's why I call the song Black Hypocrisy.
Right.
Because they bash you for
are you on?
I know. That's what I want to ask. Make up your mind. Which side are you on? So you can't degrade me for the color of my skin. And then when I change it, you still have a problem. So I want you to now appreciate it. And that's really what the entire thing was about.
Right. So the Instagram is blank, and then the picture that we're talking about goes up, which is
coconut milk.
That's coconut milk spice.
Milk.
A picture of you. I don't know technically how you did it. If it was makeup, Photoshop, a combination of all of the above. But a very, very, very light skin appeared to have bleached her skin. Spice pops up on this Instagram with the millions of followers. So then, as crazy as people were going when there were no pictures there, how crazy did people go when they saw that?
In how crazy, in space of minutes, everyone was calling me from, BT, NBC News, like everybody, like every media outlet. I was shocked myself, and I never expected it to be so big. But I was also glad it was so big because I know that colorism is not only affecting Jamaica. It's a worldwide thing where other dark-skinned women, Amara La Negra reached out to me and she was like, oh my God, I'm so touched by this song. It happens in a Latin community as well. So I'm glad it was a wide reach because colorism is not just for Jamaica. It happens in different races where the darker skinned women are affected by, bashing and stuff.
So the picture goes up, and then how long did you leave that there before the song came?
Okay, so here's what. The picture goes up, and I was supposed to do the makeup for the entire week so it could hurt them. I could spike them. They could talk about it. They could get crazy and say,
really,
oh my God, so she changed.
Really let them get crazy and
really
believe
let
it.
them get crazy. But when I post the picture and everything went crazier than I expected, I was like, okay, here's the message.
So at that point, you did actually go, all right, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get to the point, because I don't want to let this sit for. I don't want to let this sit for a week because people are getting a little too crazy.
Right, and what I also never wanted, people stayed and run with the first news, so I didn't want the people to run with the news that so she bleached and this is how she look now and whatever, and they don't even come back to see it's for this cause and this is why. And here's the message, because people just run with it.
Is the only headline.
Exactly.
Right.
And so when I saw how huge it was, I immediately dropped the video the next day, which was not supposed to be like that. And that got 1 million views in a day, and I've never gotten that. So the message was received.
Yeah, the message was definitely received loud and clear, because also, like your thing, like you were saying, it's one of the things we talked about the last time is you reach beyond dancehall and beyond Jamaica and beyond just Caribbean culture now,
right?
Which is the power of that couple of million,
right?
Where I know you felt, we'll talk later, but like kind of stifled in other respects in being able to get out your music and your message,
right?
So you took kind of Instagram and the internet upon yourself as a way to
definitely
to reach the core, but it's turned into this thing that reaches so much more.
Exactly. Definitely. And surprising to me, is the power of Instagram. Just like we spoke about the last time on our interview. Again, it's just the power of Instagram. Social media.
Well, it's a simple thing, and it was a simple plan, very, very effectively executed, to lead up to the mixtape, captured. The whole world is talking. Let's play this and we'll come back and talk about it some more.
It's not what you expect me to say, but I'ma go ahead and say it anyway. 'Cause I was told I would reach further if the color of my skin was lighter, and I was made to feel inferior. 'Cause society say brown girls prettier. I love the way I look, I love me pretty black skin. Respect due to me strong melanin. Proud of me color, love the skin that I'm in. Gun racism, demolish colorism. But the things when me I go say, you might not even love me back. I get hate from my own race, yes, that's a fact. 'Cause the same black people, them say I'm too black. And if you bleach out your skin, them same one come a chat. Well, since you say that I'm too black for you, I please you, do I look how you want me to? Now I'm gonna see if you're gonna say I'm too brown for you, or do I look pretty to you? Black people hypocrisy. Leave the girls them with low self-esteem. Who no go on like say you are fi brown fi pretty. Fuck the whole of them dirty iniquity. This a black people hypocrisy. Leave the girls them with low self-esteem. I'm black and beautiful, I know I'm pretty. Fuck the whole of them dirty iniquity. Them say me black till me shine, till me look dirty. And it's the only line in life that will ever hurt me, because it never come from a Caucasian, trust me. This a black colorism, big hypocrisy. So if I wake up tomorrow look like a browning, automatically mood carry the swing. No phone and angle like the song you me sing, because I know phone no guilty for the same damn thing. What's your perception of a pretty pretty woman? Is it straight nose with her hair well long? Black girls lose self-confidence cause they attach the word ugly to our complexion. Well, since you say that I'm too black for you, I please you, do I look how you want me to? Now I'm gonna see if you're gonna say I'm too brown for you, or do I look pretty to you?
All right, so that was Black Hypocrisy. So there's a couple of things going on there. One, just musically completely different than what most people are expecting from
Exactly,
you.
and that's why I started it that way. It's not what you expect me to say. Definitely not what they expected.
the whole thing, not what you expect Spice to say.
I know.
And musically, how it was delivered.
Right.
So it's kind of like this whole reset that makes you kind of stop and have to kind of sit back and listen. So, like you said, things went into kind of hyper speed. Once the picture was up, song drop, video drop. What is the response like? I want to know first and foremost from like young girls in the streets of Jamaica. How do people approach you now?
You know, I keep talking about the apology that I received from a girl. When the song dropped, immediately she was able to identify a few words that was even taken from her mouth. She was the one who said, "Me black till me shine," and I inserted that into the song, and she wrote a long apology, more like an epistle, how hurt she was and how sorry she was as a black woman to know that, you know, she was also the cause of me writing a song like Black Hypocrisy. So people have apologized. There's so many young girls in my DM saying, "Oh my God, thank you. I don't think I can remember an artist singing about this, and this has been affecting me, and this is what's happening in school." And, you know, it's really creating an awareness, and they really appreciate the song. So a lot of people love it. They've been reaching out, and I think a lot of people get the message now.
Well, I definitely think people have gotten the message. And so, I know one of the things you said was, you know, it wasn't a publicity stunt in that way that sort of people were like, "Oh, what is this? She deleted everything from Instagram. Oh, this is a publicity stunt." So it was really just this sort of plan to how can you deliver this message with the most impact.
Right. I think that was really what it was about, you know, because I really wanted to deliver that message. Most people know Spice. Black Hypocrisy is not, you know, my normal, you know, way how I would deliver a song. And so I could come out with Genie, which is a song from the mixtape that I absolutely love. I could use Big Arse, which is something that I love. Romantic Mood, kind of my style of dancehall flavor to something different. But I never wanted to come out that way. I wanted this message to be fully received. And that's why it's the first single. And that's why I chose that route, because I really wanted that message to be heard. Because I know once I delete everything off my Instagram, the first thing I come back with, they're going to say, okay, they're going to be anticipating that moment. So that's why I did it that way.
And also that if this comes sort of at a different time, sort of in between some of those other things, it's very easy for it to fall through the cracks.
Fall through the crack, exactly.
Kind of be seen as
one of the songs.
It's sort of like an anomaly of like, oh, let's skip over this. Let's get to the Bruck out, skin out Spice.
Exactly.
And this is just sort of like something out of character.
Exactly.
Because obviously, yeah, I mean that's what that's what people expect from you, and it's like I said, you know, why it's so impactful to hear it, to hear it from you.
Definitely.
And also, the 3 songs that you just listed off of the mixtape are
Genie.
Those are the 3 that I have set up ready to play. So throughout this interview, so we have the same taste and the same flavor. But those are all right. Like, you know my style. Those are the real dancehall flavor.
Right,
ones.
definitely. That's a real hardcore straight dancehall.
Yeah, so instantly. So I went through, I'll tell you honestly, we'll see how many we can get through. I have Genie, Big Horse, Romantic Mood, and Walkout in here.
Right, Walkout. Yeah, my song them there.
I'm glad we share the same taste in Spice songs. So other than that excitement on the internet, I know we sort of, again, from the other interview, keep up on the Instagram stuff and all of the internet excitement from time to time, but I'm not really tuned into all of it.
Right.
But also recently, there was an amazing video clip of you really giving an interviewer the business.
Really?
So
What was that about?
That's what I'm here as an interviewer who hopes to not ever receive that type of talk from Spice. A little bit of the background on it, because all I saw was that clip, but I don't really know
what's happening,
the background of what made you feel like you needed to let those things be known.
Just like you, a lot of people, all they saw was the clip. They don't know the history of it. They don't know why. They don't know what led to the outburst. I've been in the business for over a decade. It's my first outburst like that from, somebody who's in the media. So obviously it's not something that has led me to that point. I think for me, that particular person, have been also bashing and degrading me. Where I feel like he picks on me like all the time, because a lot of people may say, oh, but you're an artist, so you expect that. And so, of course, yes, I do. And a lot of people say a lot of stuff about me, and they, have voiced their opinion and whatever, which I care less about, because someone's opinion on me doesn't define who I am.
But also people know, and this is the thing about the other thing, is people know that you're tough. So I feel like people feel like they can talk a little bit crazy because they know Spice is tough.
Right.
And whatever.
Okay. But apart from that, people need to also know that I'm human first. And if you constantly, I may be a fan of, your program. And if every time I turn on my TV or something and you're constantly saying bad things about me, it's going to hurt me. Because I'm naturally human first. So it doesn't matter if I'm an artist or I'm a celebrity or whatever. And what hurt me to the core, most of all, was that as an artist, that particular person has never ever done anything for dancehall or its culture. He has never left Jamaica. I've never seen him in the airport going anywhere to do anything for dancehall or its culture. And for me, as a person, I have 2 to 3 shows per weekend, leaving out of Jamaica, pushing the music, doing this, doing that, trying to take it to somewhere. And say I come overseas and I meet someone, they may not know much about Spice, so you go on YouTube, the first thing you type up, Spice dancehall artist, his interview is going to constantly come up with you making it seem like I'm lesser than I am. I fought to reach here. I didn't even know you. You have no idea what I've been through. Like I said, you play no part in the music. And you're constantly putting up these videos, bashing and degrading me. The last interview I saw with him, he was trying to say, I'm almost nobody. But the first time anybody ever spoke about you was when you sat and talked to me. So, people don't know that there comes a point when you can't take so much and no more. But when I was giving him as a challenge as a woman, what I was expecting was the same person who I saw on his blogs dissing me, downgrading me, and giving me tough talk. But you wasn't doing that. You were laughing to my face, and it even made me pissed because I wanted to say, keep the same energy.
Don't smile up in my face.
Yeah, I'm a woman. A lot of other people came out as artists who say, yeah, man, you deserve that, and you've been dissing us and disrespecting us, and we're the one that's doing this and that. But, me don't care about them, me I talk about myself. This is how I feel at the time, because you've been disrespecting me. And that's, not something that, I'm applauding or crazy about. But I'm saying at the time when I saw this person who has been bashing and degrading me for 2 years, that's how I felt. I felt to tell you my mind. This is how I feel.
Well, I mean, it's only natural, like you said, as a human. But I think my reaction to it, and I think what I see and feel as just people's reaction to it is more of a good for you. Like good for you for standing up for yourself and not letting someone run around and talk behind your back. And like you said, like if someone is going to be not in a physical way, but confrontational and have shit to say.
Right.
Let's say it.
Because one of my first questions to him was like, you give me an impression like you don't like me, like I've done something. So explain to me what's going on. What me do you? What you not like me? What me do something for you? Like explain to me. But you're still not able to tell me. So, that's what kind of led to the outburst. But it's just me being myself, to be honest. Me tell him the honest truth and how I felt.
But again, I think that's why I think, as opposed, separate from, look, the internet loves hype and loves excitement. I do think inside of that, I certainly felt, and I think what people feel in that is you being you, and
that's me.
You're not going to sit there.
Exactly.
You're not going to sit there with someone who talks about you and just
talks bad about me, and very bad about me too, and even some stuff that you don't need to be talking about, and you push and constantly talk about me with everyone that you interview. It's like me talking to you right now, and you asking me about someone else that has absolutely nothing to do with the interview, and for the whole entire hour, and me I talk about, and me I say, so it's like I had no control over that. To be honest, And a lot of people, it felt like, oh, I violated and I disrespected his mother, and his mother has nothing to do with it. But I'm a mother. I have 2 kids. So that, again, it's black hypocrisy, because it's okay for him to disrespect me as a mother, but it's not okay for me to disrespect back his mother. And he's been disrespecting me for 2 years, and I just said one word to you. So I guess we squits. What's the problem now?
And also, in a very short period of time, we got to see the very softer, introspective, black hypocrisy side of Spice. And then you also get to see, like,
the real Spice.
But then you also get to say, well, don't forget the other Spice that you knew.
From morning. Don't forget, I meet this from morning. I go sing, go mash up the place, and DJ full of lyrics and go out with myself. Me there same way. Yeah.
All right. So we're done with that. I want to play some more music off of the captured mixtape. Spice is here. It's the Federation Sound, Red Bull Radio.
Now this is the original Spice when I'm back shot, lizard, lapper, hood top. Shuffle up the deck, me are the queen in the park. Well, hear this, come with it. Now tell me which man ready for hackle up me back. Me tell him shuffle up the deck, me done the king or the jack. Me no back from body and me no take back, no chat. Hard spear, dark clubs, me are the queen in the park. Cut up on the back when me cock up me body. I saw me cock up on the bed when me a broke the cocky. Pussy shape clean, no ear, no naughty. Bust it up in on me belly, macky, level macky. The man say me I'm a little G-string. I want beat up my little ting-a-ling. So me have whining on me heels and ting. Whoa, you have my 2 body jaw, them a swing. Foot pass, shoulder drop, swap back shot, lizard lap, skin up, pack, head tap, roast up, me know that doggy style. Missionary see, saw me now flap. Wheelbarrow, monkey bar, room turn, I don't stop. I'm in a romantic mood. I'm fucking with my baby and acting rude. I'm in a romantic mood. I'm fucking with my baby and acting rude. Because boy cut me up in the corner, and he might tear out the whole of me vagina. Me say the boy cut me up in the corner, and he might tear out the whole of me. Whoa, I'm in a romantic mood. I'm fucking with my baby and acting rude. I'm in a romantic mood. I'm fucking with my baby and acting rude. Me say fatty, but you no take it out. Ice it up like a plane. I take off at airport, pussy fatty. I saw me wine and skin out. Back it up and me a bubble round a back and a shake me bam bam. I saw me wine and a bump on the man. Up and down like a little swing song. I saw me wine and shake me bam bam. Me bam, boom boom. Fat up on a back when me cock up me body. I saw me cock up on the jam when me a broke the cocky. Me pussy shave clean, no ear, no natty.
Original dancehall Spice. Like I said, like from the minute I listened to it, that's the first thing. That's the first
now
thing.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So listening to the song, have you ever gotten the roast duck?
I don't even, honestly, we were talking about this. I know the general ballpark of things that it refers to. I don't know the actual exact position. So you can explain to me, and then I can answer the question.
They need to search that one. They need to search the roast duck.
Just explain it.
It's a style. It's a position.
Yeah, I know. So explain it.
Okay, explain how it's done.
I mean, we can curse here, so you have a broader scope of language.
Why
that you can
did I ask you that question?
I don't know. You wanted to take the interview over, so it's your show.
So the roast duck is like when a female lay on her tummy, and the foot is up and also the hand, so it looks like a duck when it's roast. You got it?
Foot and the hand are up?
Yes. So your foot is up backwards, and the hand as well.
So you're like a seesaw.
So you're trying to hold the foot behind you. So you look like actually a roast duck. Because when you're roasting the duck, you tie the wings and you tie the foot together. That's the roast duck position.
No, but I'm going to get to work on it. I'll report back.
He said, I'm going to get to work on it. When do I see you again?
I'll report back. Because
then you have to tell me about it.
I'll report back the next time we sit down and talk.
Okay.
I'll let you know if I've accomplished unlock this level of the challenges the next time around. All right. Well, we're also here to learn things.
Yes.
So we're here to.
So the researchers need to research the roast duck.
We're here to share feelings, talk about music, and learn stuff.
Yes. So I mean, with this song "Romantic Mood," I want to go ahead and shout out the queens before me. The woman who paved the way for dancehall, who started it. So this song, Romantic Mood, I'm basically paying homage to the women before me. So I'm talking about Dawn Penn, who kind of started it, Althea and Donna, Patra, Sister Nancy, Sister Charmaine, you know? So that's really what Romantic Mood is about. It's a little from all of them from the 80s.
Well, yeah, because you're, sort of in this time in dancehall. Dancehall is getting into a bit of a weird place in kind of like what becomes the hottest thing in Jamaica and what kind of the rest of the world
knows about and
what sounds like dancehall and Jamaican music to the rest of the world. Things are getting kind of to a little bit of a weird place. But one thing about what you do is, like, I've always heard for sure exactly what you just explained, that kind of direct connection
authentic,
to hardcore female DJs and dancehall, Needle Eye, and those type of records which have it musically, but also even in the records that, in a record like Boombox Rhythm, something like it, that musically is a little bit different. What you do is always very hardcore dancehall.
Yeah, definitely. Don't deny that. Definitely.
And again, to go back to the thing of again, why for you of all people, Black Hypocrisy was such a shift, because you really, as opposed to, I mean, I don't know how to describe it exactly, but like you're very clearly in that lineage of
definitely. It was a good metamorphosis. It was unexpected.
And so what was the concept? I don't know how deep you want to go into this of, I know we talked the last time about the fact that there hasn't been an album from you.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get you angry and get into we did that.
You know what? I'm not even angry anymore. I'm not even angry anymore because I'm at a place right now where, I'm showing them that I can do this and I'm going to do this regardless. My career means absolutely everything to me. And I'll be saddened to know that I'm just sitting here waiting on a record company to put up my album and not releasing music. I mean, Captured has 19 tracks on it. So there's absolutely no explanation why VP Records don't want to release an album with me. I can't understand it. Every year they tell me that, we're going to put out the album this year, and that year can't come. And it's been 10 years.
Right. But the point being is that, so now you're able to, through Instagram and through this mixtape, just
push my music. That's the only way.
You don't need to do it, because also traditionally, 10 years ago, you would have said, how do you as an artist make a living? A big chunk of that would have been, let's sell some albums, let's sell some CDs. But really, these days, now, it's not that.
It's not that.
And you're everywhere, all over the world, performing every weekend, as you said. And also, that's just a whole other amazing set of videos that people should go online and look for. Your Instagram and just anywhere you can find
Official.
Them. Boy,
very entertaining.
I don't even know where to start with the Spice live show videos. Things get a little crazy.
I know. And I have my website now. So, I mean, it's a channel where everybody can just go to spiceofficial.com. Videos are there, performances, everything. Platforms where they can purchase or download the album if they choose. So, spiceofficial.com is now up. They can check that out.
I mean, personally, if I were I'm pretty quiet. I would have to stay in the back. I'm not going anywhere near the front of that stage.
Because you might get picked.
Yeah, no, for fear.
You might get picked.
No, it's the tall white guy every time. Oh, man, come on. I've been doing this for a long time.
And I intimidate them so much because when I'm jumping and dancing and then I stop the show and I say, you. And he's like, oh my God, me? He can't say no, because then everybody's now looking at you. So even if you don't want to come, you're going to want to come, even if you know you can't dance. And that's what always happens to them. And if they're like, oh, no, I'm not I'm like, oh, you're shy? You can't manage woman. So I make them feel that way, that they have to come.
Yeah.
And that's what you always see. So even if they can't manage it, they have to come.
Well, actually, it kind of works out incredibly both ways. If they can't manage it, it's hilarious and totally entertaining. But then the occasional rare one where they turn around and grab on, then that's actually, I think those are the biggest. They get the biggest forwards in the
all
show.
All the time, especially, definitely.
probably leave the show with a few numbers and a few new girlfriends as well.
Right, I know, right?
All right.
Yep.
I mean, because one of those things is as we've talked about before, your kind of start in music is live performance and stage shows.
And a lot of people don't know that. That's really what built me. I started in Sting as a no-name artist, just delivering and DJing at 3 o'clock in the morning, busting the crowd just from hardcore stage. That's really what birthed Spice, and that's what I grew up on, doing shows. I started getting bookings before I had a record out, like a hit song or anything. I was on tour, and that's how I met Baby Sham. And he was the one who introduced me to Dave Kelly, and that's how I got my first recording, which was a hit song, Fight Over Man. So I've been performing for years before I recorded a song.
No, I mean, but it shows like a mastery of,
Yes.
of stage show is a very different skill than having a good voice, being able to DJ, being able to make a good song and a good record, being able to take that energy on stage.
Right, and do it live, and I can deliver all of my songs just as I record them in the studio, back on the stage, the same way. And a lot of people, they're amazed. And they love me for that. Even the man them in the business, they tell me that all the time. They say, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how you do it, but you really deliver back the same voice what we hear on the record, live on stage, during dancing, jumping and performing. And the man them even, they might make them not like perform after me. They don't. And they tell me all the time. And they'll tell you too. They talk about it all the time at studios. Say, me not work after Spice. Yeah, and so that's a good thing that I started that. I've been doing it since I was about 13, so I grew up on that, and that's what a lot of people do. It's hard to get out to me because that's really what built me.
And again, that's a sort of like the, lyrically and the song-wise, like we were talking about earlier, the tie into that real, just kind of natural, traditional dance hall style.
Right.
Kind of like sound system, live dance hall style, which really, to me, is, and again, like as as an American-born person who loves reggae, those are the things that connect to me, and I always felt like have connected well outside of Jamaica and just the Caribbean community with foreigners in America and Europe and around the world.
Definitely. A lot of things that connect me, and it's even more interesting talking to someone like you is American born as well, and the culture and the roots. Like I remember. Even my own people, kind of looking down maybe on the way that I dress or my hair color or something about me. But I went to the Ashe School of Performing Arts before I started that Edna Mundy College for Performing Arts. So I read up on dancehall. I know about it. So I've been performing, since I was a child. I started dancehall at 13, but I was also always doing JCDC festivals and stuff. So I know about the culture. So my hair color comes from dancehall culture. I've been wearing this blue for maybe 20 years. The way I dress and my style, people may say, oh, it's crowded or it's that, but that's dancehall, and that's what the foreigners know. They know the mesh marina, they know the short shots, the batty rider, they mix up colors, the this, the that, and that's where most of my creativity come from, because I try to stick to the roots of. Well, me not let up my secret, because I want them figure out why fans love me. So.
No, keep going. This is what happens when you get very famous.
No, I can't teach them, and never read.
Make them go dig around on YouTube and find the things that you have to learn and listen and study.
Exactly.
Well, but that's the interesting thing about it is that. Just like with any other kind of music, especially I think with dancehall, because it's so culturally connected. It's not just like, I feel like hip hop and rap music is at a point where it's been so big for so long that a lot of it is completely disconnected from the culture that started it.
Right.
And I'm not judging that, but I feel like one of the things that I enjoy about dancehall and reggae is it is very much still connected
to its
directly to the roots and culture.
Yes.
And not just in a quote unquote roots and culture way, in the dancehall 3/4 suit,
everything,
Carlene, full bashment, dancehall queen thing, that energy is really still alive and well.
Definitely. And just recently, a couple years ago when I did Eagle Eye, it was an immediate hit. Because people recognize the outfits, they recognize the voice, the tone that I use. They recognize it. They know it. It will never die. Like the authentic, sounds. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just what it connects instantly, as is evidenced by all of your success. So let's play another one of these off the mixtape. Spice is here. The mixtape is captured. There you go.
Genie.
Here it
Genie.
is.
This a the style, this a the style, gyal. This a the style, this me use and take where your man all the while. This a the style, gyal. Me lay down flat pon the body like a polish pan nail. Cocky begin on me belly like wheel. Flick me just a bubble shake like a snake tail. See wet like boat out a sea where I sail. Your man a rub me like a genie, so me just open sesame. Yeah man, him love under me. crawl like a mosquito. This make you come quick and no bite no vampire. Dick long like antenna. Spin like a car tire. Bend me up like a wire. Wine pan the body, this a bun me like pepper. Your man love it, I say your man love it. Your man love it, I say your man love it. Your man love it, I say your man love it. Him love it, him love it, him love it, him love it, him love it. So anytime you can't find your man, him the behind me in a the position. Him the behind me, him the behind me. Your man love it in the middle section. Anytime you can't find your man, him the behind me in a the position. Him the behind me, him the behind me. Your man love it in the middle section. Balls a slap up on me hole like a pool table. Cocky long like the card we string the cable. Me ball and make nice like me in a cradle. When me done, me feel walk like semi disabled. Your man a rub me like a genie. So me just open sesame. Your man, him love under me. Under me, your man love under me. So me like it at a style, yeah, this me love. Give him the gum, the nickel, you there below me, there above. Under fire, grip your cocky like a surgical glove. In a me ramping shop, me make you fly like a dove. Your man love it, I say your man love it. Your man love it, I say your man love it. Your man love it, I say your man love it. Him love it, him love it, him love it, him love it.
All right, everyone's turning all sorts of shades of red in here. Spice leg fully up in the air. No behavior. Anywhere you go, anytime. It's the middle of the afternoon. It's a weekday. Zero behavior.
Right. Live, have fun, be happy, dance in the car, in the traffic, live your life, have fun.
Absolutely. You seem to be having a very good time. We're certainly having a very good time.
Yes, that's good.
We're going to have to come by and do this like at least twice a year now. It's only been a couple of months, but wow, I totally lost track of where I was headed with this whole conversation.
So that song was Genie on the Captured mixtape. Follow me at Spice Official and click the link in my bio.
Like you said, Spice Official. So now you've got all of the crazy videos that we're talking about.
Everything spicy. Anything you want to spice up your life, Spice Official on Instagram. It will do that for you.
Absolutely, sounds very good. We're not done. I feel like that sounds like I'm wrapping it up, but I didn't get the eye from Marie yet. So
she's probably going crazy, like, oh my God. I don't know why she have this crazy schedule for me all the time.
No, but it's good. Big up Marie.
Marie driven.
Yeah,
the best publicist in the world.
Oh, look at this.
My other twin, Liquor Spice.
But she's very busy. So for all of these amateurs that want to get a piece of the services, very selective.
Playbook Mag.
Yes. And so now that you've created all of this excitement with the mixtape, what's the next move? The next move
is to promote these 19 songs. Don't ask me how I'm going to do it, but that's the next move, to promote the songs.
Keep making videos for them.
I'm going to shoot videos for the 19 songs.
How many videos have you done?
I think I've done maybe 9 so far. Gum video is on BT Jams. Gum is on the mixtape. Gum videos is on BT Jams. Under Fire, we just dropped that last week. Romantic Mood video, that's ready. That's coming out next week.
All right, definitely let me know about that one.
Okay, that's coming out next week, so you're going to see that. And Cool It video is coming out. Because you know Cool It come after Under Fire, so we have to drop the Cool It as well.
Yeah, you got to keep a theme in order.
Theme, right. So I want to shoot videos for the 19 songs.
I mean, that's open. And really, you can kind of, as you were saying, you have the freedom to do whatever you want.
Exactly, because I'm doing everything out of my pocket. No manation team, no record label.
Your pockets are fine these days. No, we're not worried about your
pockets.
Tell
me about it. Oh my God, it's a lot going on.
She's just so modest. You have to get larger pockets to accommodate the.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Just investing back in my career because it's just me and myself. You know, no record company, like I said.
I mean, that's another thing that's interesting, that you've really kind of gone through this process
by myself.
Yeah. Was that a conscious decision, or you just sort of ended up that way?
I ended up in the situation with VP Records, as everybody know. They, keep giving me the runaround about the album. It's not coming out. So I found a different route, to put my music out, because there's no way I could just sit at home and wait on them. So I'm just doing what I have to do regardless of the situation.
But also you're an independent-minded woman
Very.
to begin with, that you're not going to sit around and wait on somebody
At
else
all.
in that respect.
I wasn't built like that.
Clearly.
Yes.
All right, let's play another one of these songs off of the mixtape.
Okay.
Out of this was, I think, from your original list. Do you remember what's left from that?
Big ass.
Ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. Me have the dick inna me hole and me cock up like duck. Body big like donkey, it ready fi get broke. Pussy wet like a snail, it ready fi get fucked. And me pum pum so tight, make the cocky get stuck. I saw me ride pan the cocky like a big ass. Open me pussy wide like a scissors. Ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. I saw me ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. Grab you up like a cat and make you fly like a bat. The cocky long like the neck where you see giraffe got. Oh no dirty, no rat, no smell, no dead spot. And me no pluck you like the pig habit. Tear up your back and give you stripe like a zebra. Bedroom fight, cheetah, jaguar, tiger. Me will make you come and kill your teeth like hyena. Crawl out of me house, pan your belly like iguana. I saw me ride pan the cocky like a big ass. Open me pussy wide like a scissors. Ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. I saw me ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. I saw me ride pan the cocky like a big ass. Open me pussy wide like a scissors. Ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. I saw me ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. Jackie rider, I am a Jackie rider. Cocky rider, I am a cocky rider. Jackie rider, I am a cocky rider. Cocky, the rider. Jackie rider, I am a Jackie rider. Cocky rider, I am a cocky rider. Jackie rider, I am a cocky rider. Cocky, the rider. But if it thick and if you round and if you fat like a beer, make me float in the ear like a sleigh reindeer. Why nibble pa me nipple like a rabbit, no fear. I am a Jackie rider, me no care. Me pump buff up in a me drawers and if you feel like shape, click a jump up and down. I must say bullfrog a leg. Me box up your face, this a lion no face sleep slow like a turtle as a me creep. I saw me ride pan the cocky like a big ass. Open me pussy wide like a scissors. Ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. I saw me ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. I saw me ride, I saw me ride, I saw me ride, I saw me ride, I saw me ride.
All right, so now it's time for this part of the show. We saw the one leg cock up all the way up in the air. Now it's time to hear some DJ skills. Spice is in the place.
Oh God. Hey, give me one, I'm tired. So you go for an old school beat. I hear them and hear them mixed there. That's sound like when me there sting. Like I'm there on a live show. Let's start from yesterday. Crab you up like a cat and make you fly like a bat. The cocky long like the neck where you see giraffe got. Hold no dirty, no rat, no spread, no dead sprat. And I'm in a plucky like the pig. Tear up your back and give you stripe like a zebra. Bedroom fight, cheetah, jaguar, tiger. Me will make you come and kill your teeth like hyena. Crawl out of me house, pan your belly like a... I saw me ride pan the cocky like a big ass. Me open me pussy wide like a scissors. Ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. I saw me ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. And then me go down and a wine and a bubble and body jar does a jump, this a trouble and bust a hug up and a couple and a cuddle and a wine up me body and a bubble and so me skin out me pum pum and me body does a ride and a bum 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 bum. Me bump a go bum bum and me body does a jump and a bum 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 bum. Wine pan the body and a sit down pan the bait. Pum pum so tight so me man not fi cheat. Close take a picture yeah that you fit wait turn a back. Me a boom it and a catch it on the beat. Me just a drop it. How me twerk it and a slap it on the gong like me a map it. Me stuck it and a pop it and a wind it and a lap it. A picture you fi stop it, Facebook it but cop it and under fire me hold under fire. Body a burn me and him still a push it higher. Under fire me hold under fire. Body a burn me and him still a push it high. Gum the gum the gum. And if I tell you me have the gum the gum the gum. The glue the gum me have the gum the gum the gum. The glue the gum I have the. Catch it back up. Tear off me clothes, bust off me pan. Titty squeeze up me throat, hang on pan me. Titty balance pan the edge and a climb pan the cocky. Boom pan the top and a shake up me. Body gum the gum the gum. Me have the gum the gum the gum. Grab you up like a cat and make you fly like a bat.
In case you thought Spice couldn't really DJ and also was not fully triple X rated, lyrically bad every time. Like you said,
Always raw.
Always. I know, can't help it. Except for one time. And that's why it's effective though. Shut the whole world down. The one time you stop and give them something nice and decent to talk about.
That they're not used to.
Absolutely. Well, like you said, back to the original dancehall days, because that's where you come from. That's what I grew up listening to. That's really like my inspiration in dancehall and reggae. So, like you said, we've got about 10 more videos coming off of the Captured mixtape. And I know you said Gum video is out.
Yes.
Killing the Streets.
Under Fire is out. Romantic Mood is going to be out soon. Couple more days to go. Cool It video, which is what I'm going to drop after Under Fire. That's about to be out too. So after that, Genie, and then Big Ass video. So yeah, Black Hypocrisy video is the first one. Is also out. So yeah.
So the last time we spoke, you were just starting your organization, the Grace Hamilton
Women Empowerment Foundation.
Women Empowerment Foundation. So this sounds like all of the Black Hypocrisy stuff that we've been talking about has definitely ties into that, and that was sort of all of what's happening now must have been bubbling the last time we talked, but you weren't ready to talk about it.
Right.
So with the foundation, are you incorporating those things and kind of bringing that together with that message?
I have for the foundation. I already have someone who's in college right now. I just sponsored her $300,000 for the college tuition. So shout out to my foundation, Grace Hamilton Women Empowerment Foundation. And that's basically a foundation set to enrich women through education and entrepreneurship. Because while I believe that education is definitely the key to a successful future, I also know that not everyone was born to become a lawyer or a doctor. So you want to give women a second chance. You don't want them to feel like, oh, if you didn't make it to college, then your life stops there. So apart from education, I believe that business or small business can help them to also have a future. And so that's why I'm doing education and small businesses. So I already just sponsored someone to college. I think my next move is going to start a business for a young lady who feel hopeless.
No, I mean, it's definitely a great thing to do. And I think sometimes because of some of the content, people may look at you and in this sort of you're not a role model way. And I think it's even more effective when you doing what you do as an artist can come out and deliver that message of, you know, you really have to be able to stand on your own and do your things. And, you know, women growing up in Jamaica can do
definitely
any of these careers across the board. So here's what I've chosen to do, and turn around and take that and use that to, you know, empower other people to not necessarily do what you do. It's not like Grace Hamilton Foundation for Performing Arts, but to really like encourage people in their, just to
become successful and to have a bright future and be independent.
And pursue the things that are for them, because for everyone it's very, very different.
Right.
Clearly,
definitely.
This is what was meant for you.
Exactly. Because I wanted to become a chartered accountant in school, but clearly it was not for me.
I'm so glad you're not an accountant.
But I still have the accountant brain.
Well,
every day I tell people, my money, like I call Ray all the time, who's my booking agent in Jamaica. And you can shot that even like $1 or a cent. Like, me check it down to the T.
Although I would say, like, if we looked at it from like a college perspective, as you know, stage show and artist is your major, I would definitely recommend some sort of business or accounting as the minor for every artist, so they are aware of and know what's going on with their stuff. So
definitely,
no one can play with your money.
Definitely,
the accountant.
And my money is very important to me. Very.
So the accountant brain is still there.
Definitely.
All right. Well, if I might call you for some advisement on some businesses on the ground in Jamaica.
Anything.
So you said Spice Official is the website.
SpiceOfficial.com.
SpiceOfficial.com.
It's up. It's ready. You can check that out. It has everything there. Absolutely everything. We have merch on there. Spice Official is the name on Instagram, Facebook. To find the music, you click the link in my bio. It's very entertaining, where I have the performances there as well. You know, rolling out the sheet, everything, setting the stage under fire. You name it. Like, yeah. Spice Official will spice up your life. And I also have a, blog coming out. It's called Spice World, where it's going to be like a little talk show where I can, just get more.
Can I come on your talk show?
I would love for you to come.
Oh, please. I would love that.
Yes.
I'm going to hold you to that. I definitely want to come on. What's the name of the talk show?
Spice World.
Oh, I definitely want to be in the first 10 guests on Spice World.
Definitely.
Maybe in the first 5. Mm-hmm. All right. So the mixtape is captured. It's out there. Mm-hmm. Black Hypocrisy. So for anybody, let that message soak in and just know that that's there as a part of this whole picture of what you're doing and the music that you're making. And beyond that, for the second time, it's been a great pleasure to sit down and talk to you. So for people who just watched your most recent interview on the internet,
I wish one.
Don't feel like for all other people who might interview you in the upcoming years, don't feel like that if you sit down with Spice to have a conversation, she might tell you about your mother. This could not be more pleasant. So I think it's really all about
if they don't cross me.
She said, it's like, Mr. Burns has.
It's like, don't tell them that. Make sure you put if.
Well, no, just deal with it properly. Make it. Let's be about the music. Because to be honest, so much of that other stuff is unrelated to the music.
Right. I've always been very professional and always doing good interviews. I'm known for that. It's just sad that one had to come up on my resume. But here's the weird thing is that stuff gets so much attention online that people try to put famous people in those positions because it's going to get them attention. It's going to get clicks, it's going to get likes, and it's going to get numbers. This actually is making me think. So the next time we sit down, I'm going to have to ambush you with some. And I won't mind.
I don't think I can. I don't think I'm up to that level of confrontational interviewing yet, though.
Why? I won't mind.
You're pretty tough.
No, and I like it. I mean,
that's another thing that shows. Like, you like the challenge in whatever.
In anything that I do.
It is.
And challenge makes me go harder. A lot of people don't know that. And that's sometimes when I've seen a lot of other females who try to challenge me before and fail. But I think they didn't realize that I like a challenge.
It's not a little part-time challenge, like.
Right.
So, words for the wise. Spice likes a challenge. The mixtape is captured. Thank you again so much for coming and joining us.
And thanks again for having me.
I hope we get to do it again.
And thanks for my Red Bull.
Anytime. You can have a whole cooler full of them on the way out. We're going to finish it off with Cool It from the captured mixtape.
All right. Cool It.
It's the Federation Sound, Red Bull Radio.
Man, I fuck me, I fin know fi do him thing. Give me pum pum, ya pop off me G-string. Bruise it, make me fan it off, me finger them a swing. Make me cool it on the ice like a lick up penguin. Bend me back and cock it up right there so me no care. Stab it like a spear, me quick me neck pop up me ear. It a bone me nah no fear, bust it up and make it tear. Me we cool it down and leave all on the ice like polar beer. Cool it down. Cool it down. Cool it down. Me a cool it down, me have to cool it down. Because him say me feel like paradise. Make him once and him come back twice. It's hard to go in, that's why it burn. Cool it with piece of ice. Him say me small like the dot on the dice. Make him once and him come back twice. Hard to go in, that's why it burn. Cool it with piece of ice. Any man will get me, I feel what me pussy long. Me no want no daddy, soft is half a man. I feel beat it up and beat it, kill me with the jan. Make him stop till me, I feel breeze it, cool it up under the fan. If your body big, you have to know fi make me come. Man fi know fi ram me, pony beat it till it bun. This time must be lava cause it hotter than the sun. I feel make me run for piece of ice and cool it down. Cool it down. Cool it down. Cool it down. Me a cool it down, me have to cool it down. Because him say me feel like paradise. Make him once and him come back twice. It's hard to go in, that's why it burn. Cool it with piece of ice. Him say me small like the dot on the dice. Make him once and him come back twice. Hard to go in, that's why it burn. Cool it with piece of ice. One thing me know if him move my body. Rock it to the side and a bump and body. Bump a cock up and me know if it and toddy. Girl a watch, and my style them a study.